Hello, my name is Joanne Delisai, and I'm the studio director of Celesta Piano Studio in Victoria, Canada. Welcome to another Quick Tip Tuesday. So today's part 2 of reading chord symbols. Last week we talked about reading major chords and minor chords, and also some seventh chords, some dominant seventh chords. And today I thought I would go over diminished chords. So there are a few different ways to write out diminished chords. So you can have a dim or a little tiny circle, but both refer to diminished chords. You can also have a diminished seventh chord, which is made up of 4 notes, a dim 7 or a teeny tiny circle 7. They both mean the same. So to play an A diminished chord, there's a couple of ways that you can think about it. The first way is to first of all play an A minor chord, A, C, E. And now you can take your fifth and lower it to an E flat. A to C to E flat is an A diminished chord. It's a bunch of minor thirds. So we have A to C is a minor third, C to E flat is a minor third. If you're not sure what a minor third is, just count up 3 half steps. And a half step is just a distance from one note to the very next note. So A, count up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, that takes you to C. C, count up 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, that takes you to the E flat, and that's your A diminished chord. It sounds to me surprised. I used to have a student and she would call it the raised eyebrow chord, and I think she's right. It sounds very surprised. So that's a diminished chord. If you want to play a diminished seventh chord, you're going to need a 4th note. So you're going to take your A diminished chord and you're going to add another minor third above the E flat. That's going to take you to the G flat. Or again, if you don't want to think of them as minor thirds, count up 3 half steps above E flat. 1, 2, 3, that takes you to the G flat. That's your A diminished 7th chord, A, C, E flat, G flat. And to me, it sounds very panicked or stressed out, this chord. If you ever watch a silent movie, I don't know why, but there seems to me there's always a scene where somebody is tied to the railroad tracks and we're scared to death that they're not going to get rescued, and we hear this diminished 7th chord playing while we're waiting for that person to get rescued. So that's a diminished 7th chord. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you.